It's going to be like the tank he rode in on.
But if you beat me, I get I love Tyrone Woodley tattooed on me, and you have to post it on your Instagram feed. Deal or no deal.
Logan! Logan! Hang in there, buddy. Hang in there. Come on. Stay with us. Bro, this is not safe.
Oh God, that's so much.
Yo, that's so much. He's using it all. He used all of it.
Let's see how they react when someone really takes a strong power punch. Rocky Balboa type of trunks.
Ready? One night. Got your hat.
You can't miss his larger-than-life presence. He's the internet creator turned boxer who has polarized the ring, but his 3 fights in 2021 paid him an estimated $40 million. As usual, he's keeping his fans and opponents on their toes. Let's see what the latest uproar is all about. Corrupting influence. At 25, Jake Paul is one of the biggest and most notorious names in the influencer industry. Paul is 24 and blonde, with a confident smirk that is softened slightly by feathery eyelashes. He is a lifelong athlete, although until quite recently he seemed unlikely to become a professional one. Instead, since he was 15, he had been working alongside his big brother Logan Paul to earn the enmity of a significant chunk of the global population as a prankster and instigator on Vine, the short-lived video-sharing network, and on YouTube, its long-lived rival. Connoisseurs can easily tell the brothers apart. Logan is taller, shaggier, and perhaps more in tune with the absurdity of the lives they have built for themselves. But Paul's numerous controversies and scandals are what continue to propel the YouTuber and boxer to fame and fortune. More than 20 million subscribers tune in to watch his antics. By the time the app was discontinued on Vine, Paul had already accumulated over 5.3 million followers and 2 billion views on the app, where his brash humor and stunts especially appealed to a young audience.
Jake Paul training at Big Bear, isolated with Shane Mosley, feeling like his brother Logan.
So loyal to me, and you know,
SpongeBob?
SpongeBob, I know you're in there. You need to come out right now, or else I'm gonna come inside of there and I'm gonna find you.
Logan! Logan! Hang in there, buddy. Hang in there. Come on. Stay with us.
This notoriety among a young demographic not only landed Paul a role on the Disney Channel, but got him booted out as well. He turned his attention to YouTube, where he found further fame and fortune. His video antics were represented by the notorious Team 10 YouTube collective. Within no time at all, he had more than 8.5 million YouTube subscribers. He filmed pranks and stunts in his neighborhood that included starting a massive fire in his backyard, doing dirt bike stunts on the street, and building a water slide to shoot people into his pool. His neighbors called the situation a living hell and a war zone. After Paul leaked his own address online, fans showed up en masse, and by that point, his neighbors in Beverly Grove had enough. Paul's neighbors met with police and city officials to discuss the possibility of a class-action public nuisance lawsuit, and the company that owned Paul's house sued him for $2.5 million.
Bro, this is not safe.
Oh God, that's so much.
Yo, that's so much. He's using it all. He used all of it.
While there are plenty of examples of Paul getting called out for his behavior, one that got overshadowed by Logan Paul's video shot by the elder Paul was Jake using the N-word. That was nothing, as it was followed in 2017 when Logan Paul visited a Japanese forest, reputed to be a place people went to take their own lives. He happened upon a corpse there, and he filmed his encounter with his new find. Although he sparked outrage that threatened to end his YouTube career, it got him millions of views. Another focal point of controversies involving Paul is his relationships. Paul has faked 2 marriages, referring to the practice himself as entertainment like the WWE, or partially staged wrestling matches.
Came across that day in the woods was obviously unplanned. And the reactions you saw on tape were raw, they were unfiltered.
How our lives unfold. There's no going back. I've seen things I can't unsee.
This has been only the start of a rowdy relationship with the public, and Jake Paul has proved himself the king of controversy. He has also had a few brushes with the law, with nothing sticking. And it was only fitting that he would bring his special capacity to the field of professional boxing. Finding purpose in boxing. How does an online celebrity turn digital fame into game-changing clout? Boxing did more than help this popular YouTuber grow beyond the viral video. It led him to focus his life around a mission to remake combat sports. In general, the public tends to respect boxers for the same reason it tends not to respect social media influencers. The boxers seem to be toiling and suffering, and the influencers do not. Paul's strange journey from one world to the other reflects his hunger for attention. It also reflects the hunger of the boxing industry, which has lately been invaded by celebrities and old-timers, who often get big checks for novelty fights that sometimes scarcely seem like fights at all.
Let's see how they react when someone really takes a strong power punch. Rocky Balboa type of trunks.
Boxing has spent decades trying, and generally failing, to transform its top athletes into big celebrities. Now comes a mediagenic villain with a quixotic plan to achieve that transformation in reverse. Jake and Logan Paul became boxers on a whim. In 2018, a British YouTuber and rapper named KSI challenged them to a fight, and they agreed without knowing quite what they were signing up for. The next day, they hired trainers, and soon they were running, jumping rope, and pounding away at a heavy bag. Nuisance value. As a boxer, the 26-year-old Paul is a novice. As an irritant, he's a seasoned pro. In 2021, Paul sparked a brawl after swiping a hat off Floyd Mayweather's head at a press conference to promote Mayweather's exhibition match against Logan. Months later, before a scheduled fight with Tommy Fury, Paul offered to pay Fury $500,000 if Fury beat him. If Fury lost, he would have to legally change his name to Tommy Fumbles. When Fury's girlfriend, influencer Molly Mae Hague, posted a photo of the couple holding their newborn, Paul hopped in the comments writing, "Just in time to watch your dad get knocked out." Bets, Paul had discovered, tend to resonate. Before his first fight with Tyron Woodley, Paul insisted that the loser get a tattoo declaring his love for the winner. Woodley, after getting outpointed, had "I love Jake Paul" inked on his middle finger. It's an attention-grabbing antic Paul has noticed others borrowing.
One night, got your hat. He has no chin. It's all a joke. I'm ending you February 26th, and you already know it. If I beat you, you have to get "I love Jake Paul" tattooed on you.
Stopping him inside of 4 rounds. We had the same prediction.
Yeah.
But if you beat me, I get "I love Tyron Woodley" tattooed on me, and you have to post it on your Instagram feed. Deal or no deal?
Weeks before facing off in March, Gervonta Davis challenged Ryan Garcia to bet his purse. Interestingly, he seems to have a love-hate relationship with his audience too. A case in point is when in April, Paul had traveled to Jacksonville, Florida for a night of fights sponsored by the UFC, the preeminent organization in mixed martial arts. As he made his way to his seat, the attendees did indeed chant, "Fuck Jake Paul." Paul Diaz face-off. Paul is coming off a split decision loss to Tommy Fury in February. Fury, the brother of Tyson Fury, was considered the toughest opponent to date, and the loss resulted in some changes within the Paul camp. The 26-year-old added trainers Theo Chambers and International Boxing Hall of Famer Shane Mosley to his team that is headlined by longtime coach J. Leon Love. His training includes sparring sessions, strength and conditioning and cardio, among other exercises. It might have rattled Paul's cool since he will be facing off his next biggest rival, Nate Diaz, in the coming days. It's not the first time the two would come to blows. Back on August 11, the two had entertained the crowds with a firecracker showdown. While the two had delivered an unforgettable 10-round cruiserweight fight for the second highest gate ever for a combat sports event in the AAC, knockdown drag-out brawls between fans erupted non-stop and went viral across social media. These explosive altercations were undoubtedly an outgrowth of Paul and Diaz's antics to build up to fight night. All night long, fights broke out constantly among the rowdy crowd, which was a mix of fans and celebrities.
It's going to be like the tank he rode in on. We're one of the
Once again, the two are scheduled for another face-off, but this one might have serious consequences for Paul. Though Jake Paul hasn't been boxing for long, but the YouTube sensation may hang up the gloves if he loses his next fight. Paul is slated to face his toughest opponent yet on 14th October at America Airlines Center in Dallas, and Most Valuable Promotions co-founder Nakiza Bidarian told ESPN's Mark Raimondi that the Cleveland native may retire if he loses to Nate Diaz. The countdown to the highly anticipated Prime Card event on October 14 is reaching its climax, promising a night of intense action and fierce rivalries. Among the star-studded lineup of influencers turned boxers, one name stands out: Jake Paul, who has confirmed his presence at the event despite concerns about the atmosphere. In the undercard of Logan Paul Showdown versus DILLON, KSI is set to face off against Tommy Fury, the man who handed Jake Paul his first professional loss earlier in 2023. However, behind the scenes, concerns have arisen regarding the atmosphere surrounding the fight. Logan has recently expressed worries about the reception Jake may receive from the audience. The concern arises from KSI's substantial fan base in the UK, which notably led fans in a chant of "Fuck Jake Paul" during the launch of his successful Prime Energy drink alongside Logan. Adding to the mix are Tyson Fury, the heavyweight champion, and his father, John Fury, both of whom plan to attend the event. These two have had their share of clashes with Jake Paul, further fueling the concerns about a potentially tense environment.
Fighting talk, let's hear it. It's not kindergarten stuff, it's serious business. Men's gonna get put to sleep.
Despite the worries, it seems that Jake Paul is determined to support his brother in this high-stakes endeavor. When questioned about his attendance, Jake dismissed the concerns, attributing them to Logan's attempt to generate hype. Jake Paul, with his own 6-1 professional boxing record, looks to put aside his worries and be there for his brother in what promises to be a night of thrilling, influencer-driven combat sports action. That's all we have for you, folks. Join us next time.